Well, with a new school year starting, your student might get into band. Saul's has trumpets, they've got clarinets, they got all kinds of things. You call it.
They also carry instruments for professionals or just to display. We're talking about high-end and vintage guitars.
Here to bring it on, Saul's general manager, John Dineen. Good to see you, John.
Guys,
Hey,
good morning.
John.
Thank you once again.
I took guitar lessons for about 6 months.
Yes.
And that's about as far as I got.
Most people do that. They have this vision that they're going to be a rock star, and then it changes.
They do. So what makes, these are cool. So these are some good guitars, right?
You
And
know,
some of these are they vintage? Or?
They're vintage. Like the one you're holding right there is a 1969 Gibson Les Paul Custom.
Oh, wow.
Les Paul.
That one right there is just an absolutely gorgeous guitar. It's valued a little over $6,000. But those are the types of guitars, when you are looking at them, you can see all the different types of work that go into them. It's going to be a little tough to see the picture in it, but it's called the check-in. As you kind of move that through the light, you kind of see those lines. They look like razor
these
blade.
right here?
Nope, actually in the wood.
on the wood.
On the
Okay.
wood there. You see those razor blade
Yeah.
lines right there. That is what you're going to get when you see a really nice vintage guitar. It's called checkering, and it just happens over time. That wood and that stain will actually start to crack. And so you're seeing new guitars that are trying to mimic that, but that's what those vintage guitars bring.
So if you're restoring something, don't get rid of that.
Exactly. You don't want to get rid of that. You don't want to kind of peel that layer or try to polish that wood and try to do something different with it. That's what really makes it worthwhile.
What else did you bring
Then
in,
we
John?
actually brought in a lot neater. Vintage guitars are typically 1980s and older, but we also wanted to showcase some higher end guitars too. Like the one here that's in the middle, this is actually a 1962 Echo that's Italian made. This is an acoustic body that actually has your pickups on the buttons. As we go and scroll down that guitar right there, you'll actually see the pickups right on the outsides right there. So those white pickups right there that are just really neat, that kind of give it a different look. Where common date and, you know, earlier dates, I want to say 2000 and now, you see the pickups on the end of the guitars.
Yeah.
These older ones always had them closer up to the necks. It's a little bit easier to press those buttons, change completely different sound. That has 4 different levels to where each one of those buttons is going to make that guitar sound differently.
Wow.
And so that's what's really neat.
That is
As you kind of
neat.
move down, we have 2007 Fender Telecaster right there. Which
Fender's
is
really popular.
Yeah.
Fender is a really popular brand. Gibson, Fender are probably 2 of the leading ones that when you're talking about electric guitars are really kind of on the upper echelon of everything. But you also have to watch out where these are made. The USA made ones are definitely worth a lot more. Then you have the Japanese and the Mexican styles as well. But then when you get into those Indonesian and those Taiwan ones, they can look identical to this, but the hardware that's on the inside is not what it should
Quality
be.
is not as good.
Quality is not what it should be. As you can see, this guitar here is right around $1,000. You can get the exact same guitar, but if it's made in Taiwan or Indonesia, it's a $100, $150 guitar.
So that's where you've got to be
You
knowledgeable.
want to be very careful with that. And I tell you what, just like Rolexes, just like jewelry, they can fake the best vintage guitars out there to make it look like the genuine thing. They'll put an actual headstock on there. They'll put a real body on there. But the components on the insides, the pots on the insides, are not what they should
Was
be.
that a smiley face on the price tag?
That was a smiley face, I think. It's actually the dots that are there. So
Yeah, I
it
know.
looks like a
It's the
smiley
way it
face to what
looks.
people look.
Okay,
So
tell us about the fourth item
then you
here.
go down to, once again, you have another Fender. It's a 2003 Fender Stratocaster Deluxe. This is the guitar that kind of made the craze of the vintage and the investing in guitars popular. In 1999, Eric Clapton actually raffled off 100 of his guitars for his one of his charities. He had a 1956 Fender Stratocaster he actually called Brownie that he played in a lot of his tours and a lot of his songs. That guitar raffled off for $450,000. It's the highest known guitar that's out there right now, raffled off. But that's what started the craze and everybody wanting to get in to invest. But once again, be careful, because you can take a $5,000, $6,000 guitar and change out components in it. If everything's not genuine, you just made that guitar worth $400 or $500. So please make sure wherever you're buying, buy it from a reputable dealer or talk to people you know, that know about them, and or even call us. We'll check it over for you and make sure everything is genuine.
It's amazing the knowledge you have, John, not just of jewelry, not of lawnmowers, but also instruments. You know so much about these things, and so I think that's important for people that are looking for some of these vintage items to talk to a professional who knows about these, and then particularly people that maybe at my house, we have, between my dad and I, we've probably got 15 trumpets.
See?
And maybe at some point we want to get rid of some of them. If people have instruments that they're looking to part with,
definitely.
should they bring them into you?
Bring them into any one of our locations. We have, not only myself, I've got some great staff members that will look through them and we'll give you great prices. Also, too, as school's starting, look for those instruments. All of our stores carry them. It's going to be a big price savings for you.
Mike mentioned your knowledge of guitars
Yes.
and jewelry and everything
Another
in between.
one of my loves,
Let's
yes.
discuss this ring, which you brought last week.
Last
John.
week we talked about colored diamonds, so we brought you in last week a 14 karat yellow sapphire and champagne/chocolate diamonds on the outside there. Just, I thought, was a gorgeous ring for the price. You get so much for your dollar there. It sits really nice on the finger. Just kind of a unique looking ring that you're not going to find all the typical just straight
Yes.
band or something of that notion.
What is the price?
That one right there, you're looking at $400.
For gold
Yes,
and
for
sapphires
gold,
and
sapphires
diamonds.
and diamonds.
Nice.
And just absolutely beautiful. And then this week,
Oh, hello.
we decided to bring you another ring that is actually new to our store.
Yeah?
It's a 14 karat, little over a 5 karat blue topaz with almost 60 points of round brilliant diamonds.
Isn't that pretty?
Down the band, also too, a halo effect. But also as you look underneath that stone, you're going to see the diamonds actually underneath that as well.
Do you see on the
So
mounting?
the jeweler did an amazing job putting this together. It's an oval blue topaz, but if you can kind of zoom in on that stone a little bit,
Yeah.
you'll actually see the different cut. It has a
I
lot
wish
more
I could
facets
walk
to it.
right
I
to
know.
the camera and show you.
It
because
just pulls.
in person, this is a cut you won't see every day. That's
No,
for
you
sure.
won't. And it just pulls that coloring of that stone out so much that it really just, in the right light, it's just incredible.
And I talked to John before the
Gorgeous,
segment.
John.
I whittled John down on price on this. The
Yes.
retail is what?
The retail is a little over $3,000. For our viewers, we're looking at $900.
You're welcome, Omaha.
Yes.
You're welcome. Saul's
Mike
Jewelry
did
and Loan,
that.
5 metro locations, saulsjewelryandloan.net. I really like this
Yeah.
picture. This is a
That
nice
is
guitar.
gorgeous. It's
Wow.
amazing investment piece.
Thanks,
Thank
Johnny.
you,
Guys,
John.
thank you once
It's
again.
always great to have you here on the Morning Blend.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back here. First, our website. If you ever want to rewatch something from the Morning Blend, browse clips, search by keyword. You can do it all from our homepage. That's OmahaMorningBlend.com.
All right, still ahead, the Carbonaro effect, where the magician behind the series gets all these ideas.
First, the author of In Search of the Crown, what Dr. Catherine Pope wants readers to take away from her book. Now we're back after the break.